She didn't stop loving him. She just got tired of explaining what love truly meant. Because love isn't something you say. It's something you understand. The emotional truth. Welcome back to my channel, The Emotional Truth. Some women don't enter a man's life to love him. They enter to awaken him. Not with tenderness, not with approval, but with the quiet mirror of their truth. He meets her thinking it will be simple. Affection, attraction, comfort. But something in her gaze unnerves him. She doesn't play the way the others did. Her silence confronts him more than her words ever could. And somewhere deep within, his shadow stirs. The unconscious recognition in Jungian language. The shadow is everything a man refuses to see in himself. His fears, his weaknesses, his hunger for control, his need to be desired yet never truly known. When a woman carries depth, when her energy moves like water, unrushed, magnetic and self-contained, she touches the invisible places he hides. She doesn't have to say a word. Her presence alone feels like a reflection too sharp to ignore. And though he might smile, laugh, and pretend to hold ground, his body knows he's standing before something dangerous, a woman he cannot possess, because she sees what he has not yet faced. This is the first sign, the quiet dissonance. He feels drawn to her, yet uneasy in her calm. He mistakes it for attraction, but it's the soul's deeper recognition, his unconscious meeting its mirror. The disturbance begins at first. He tries to charm her. The ego performs, as it always does, to hide the trembling beneath. But her stillness disarms him. Her attention does not feed his pride, it exposes it. He begins to feel small in moments he once felt powerful. Her silence makes him question his worth. Her eyes, unflinching, reflect what his own heart has buried. The boy still aching for approval, the man terrified of being truly seen. He doesn't understand it, but he can't stop thinking about her. Not because she flatters him, but because she doesn't. Her presence reminds him of everything false within himself. And now, he cannot unsee it. This is the second sign, the unraveling. He will project onto her what he cannot hold within himself. Accuse her of being cold, distant, too mysterious. But in truth, it is his own avoidance speaking. He feels powerless not because she controls him, but because she mirrors his lost control. The obsession and the shadow collision every man carries a moment, a threshold. When the woman he desires becomes the symbol of his inner conflict, the more he resists his shadow, the more obsessed he becomes with the one who awakened it. She becomes both his temptation and his teacher. He wants to possess her, yet fears what she represents. She triggers the part of him that longs for love, but also the part that equates love with surrender. He may pull away, withdraw, vanish into silence. He'll tell himself he needs space, that she's too much. But the truth is simpler. She has awakened the storm he has run from all his life. He dreams of her, feels her absence like static in the air. Not because she bewitched him, but because his psyche has been split open. The projection has begun to crumble. And through that fracture, the real work begins. The feminine perspective, the turning point, she, too, fills the pool, not from need, but from recognition. She senses the bond that lives beyond words. But, unlike him, she does not drown in it. She observes. Her empathy tempts her to heal him, to soften his fear, to prove she is safe. But something wiser holds her back. She realizes he must face his shadow alone. If she tries to carry his awakening, she will lose herself in his wounds. She will begin to mistake chaos for a connection and pain for proof of depth. So she steps away, not in anger, but in sovereignty. Her silence becomes the boundary where his growth begins. And this is the third sign, the separation that births transformation. When a woman withdraws her energy with love, without manipulation, without explanation, he begins to confront himself. The mirror no longer soothes him, it burns. The inner alchemy Jung once wrote that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. She was not his fate. She was his reflection, a brief, blinding glimpse of the man he could become. In losing her, he begins the process he never wanted, individuation, the death of illusion, the birth of awareness. He will feel anger first, then grief, then silence, and in that silence, a new self begins to breathe. She doesn't wait. She doesn't chase. Because she understands that awakening another soul is not the same as keeping it. Her power was never in pursuit. It was in presence. The aftermath and liberation months may pass is. You will meet others, laugh again, pretend he's moved on. But somewhere deep, her image lingers, not as obsession anymore, but as initiation. She became his dark mirror, the one who tore through the mask and revealed the truth beneath the man he pretended to be. And she carries no resentment, only stillness, because she knows what few ever learn. To awaken another's shadow is sacred work. But to remain whole while doing it, that is mastery. Quiet music returns, like a breath held long. Some women are not meant to be understood. They are meant to be felt, like the pause between heartbeats, like the silence before realization. He will never be the same again, because she showed him the one thing he couldn't see, himself, and she walks away in peace, knowing that the greatest transformation isn't in being remembered, but in finally remembering who she is.